What is going on, guys? DualX Ben here, back with another video. I wanted to start out, guys. I apologize for not making a video in about a month or two. After I got done with school for the year, things got really busy during that end, and I just want to take a little bit of a break. So now I am back, and I'm fully ready. I'm uploading every week, multiple times a week now, and I am back to the grind. Today, we are going to be doing and continuing our beginner guides for every Marvel Rivals character, and today we are doing Magneto. So without further ado, let's get into it. So to start out, guys, we'll start with Magneto's basic attacks, which first is going to be Iron Volley, which is going to be left click on PC. Just a quick little short range kind of magnetic ball that is shot right at your enemies. So I have this reticle that kind of shows where the range is that you can hit him at. So overall, it's around the 20-meter range is the best range for this. So that'll be left click on PC, and it'll be RT and R2 on PlayStation and Xbox. And then we have his mag cannon, which, as you guys can see, if you see these little three arrows in the middle, that is your charge for the mag cannon. This will be right click on PC, and it'll be LB and L2 on Xbox and PlayStation. So it looks like this. Does some pretty good damage, does knock them back. Does about the same damage if you were to do a headshot with an Iron Volley, but pretty close, and then boom, just like that. Now for the mag cannon, it's going to continue to go up as you are shooting, just in general, but also if I'm pretty sure when you have your bubble on, you also increase, and your shield, you increase your total charge for your mag cannon. So next, guys, we have our Iron Bulwark, which is going to be F on PC, and it's going to be B and circle on Xbox and PlayStation. So we click this, and we bubble ourselves. I like to call it a bubble. I don't call it Iron Bulwark, but we get to bubble ourselves. This will make it so that we can take a lot more damage. Pretty good if we're in sticky situations, if we're kind of getting cornered, or if we're getting kind of more trapped by multiple enemies. But then on the opposite end of that, we have, I believe, Metal Bulwark, where it is going to be E on PC, and it's going to be LT and L2, or L1, excuse me, on PlayStation. Or yeah, LT and L2 on PlayStation and Xbox. This we give our bubble to our heroes that are our teammates, excuse me. Now, this is what I tend to use more because Magneto obviously has his own shield. For this, I actually tend to use it on my teammates, especially my healers, because as Magneto, I'm pretty versatile, and when I get to bubble my healers, a lot of times in this game, you have to deal with dive characters, especially in Cash. If you guys are playing Cash or anything like that, you're going to deal with a lot of dive characters. So if you're playing Magneto, it's really a good idea to do bubbles on your teammates. By the way, excuse me, guys, I messed that up a little bit. Metal Bulwark will be RB or R1 on PlayStation and Xbox. Now we have our Metallic Curtain, which is Magneto's shield. It's going to be left shift on PC, depending on your bindings. And then it's going to be LT and L2 on PlayStation, Xbox. This is going to be your main source of defense. Like I said before, you're going to be bubbling your other teammates. This is great. It's great for creating space and giving just overall better pushes for your team. This is going to be your main way of defense as a tank. Now, moving on finally to Magneto's ultimate ability, which is going to be his Meteor M. This is going to be, honestly, it's not the greatest ult in the game, but what it is going to do, it's going to take in any projectiles that are coming at you. The best way to do this is go after a squishy. I like to go after healers with this ability. If the tank is pushing up a lot and the healers are kind of back there and they're in the back line a little bit farther than they should be, this is where I like to use this ability. I also like to use this ability to cancel out ults. For me, I like canceling. You can cancel Luna's ult. You can cancel. I don't believe you can cancel Mantis's ult. You can cancel out Cloak and Dagger's ult. Her ult is massive for this. You can cancel her ult out. This is honestly, I do use it to get picks on healers if I need to, but the main reason I will save my ult, my meteor, for flat out healer ults because it is probably one of the few counters in this game for healer ults. It'll look like this, guys. You hold it. Once you get to the max, you let it go. Boom. That is going to be his ult that is going to be obviously Q on PC, and it's going to be both of the joysticks clicking down on Xbox and PlayStation. And then a quick side tip, you do have his melee, which is usually V on PC, and it's going to be obviously probably your right trigger on PlayStation and Xbox. This is pretty good when you're close range. I still personally use his left click for me personally, but that's just how I do it. Now, guys, for some quick tips for Magneto, number one, you need to use this shield to create space. Magneto is not any type of pick tank. There is nothing you can do from a long range. You need to create space with this here. You need to push up, use your shield, know when your backline is healthy. That's the main thing. Do not just push up without a backline. You have to know what positions you are in. I could go into a more in-depth guide. I will probably post that sometime in the future with Magneto because there is a lot of depthness to this character. But from a beginner standpoint, you need to create space. You need to push the point. If you have your backline with you, and especially if you have your duelists and your DPS with you as well, if you got a full team, you need to create space. That is Magneto's much, much by far biggest goal as a character in this game. Next, I would say, I've mentioned this previous, guys, you need to be bubbling your teammates. Magneto already has his shield, he has a lot of health, and if you have healers, you are not going to die that quickly unless you are just completely overrun and you're on a 6v3 or something like that. Bubble your healers. Dive DPSs are insane in this game. There's so many of them. I mean, I can't even tell you how many of them. I mean, you got Spider-Man, you got Black Panther, you got all kinds of them. You need to bubble your teammates. Now, this bubble doesn't last for long. So the biggest thing I could say into an even more tip about this is make sure you are bubbling right when a dive character is going for the dive. Because right when he goes for that dive and you bubble him, you can trap that dive character and he will be screwed. And this is probably one of the biggest tips. This will keep your healers alive just that extra second longer. And if you can do that, sometimes you can get a point off that. Finally, guys, I know I already mentioned this before, but please, for this character, save your ult. Magneto's ult is very rarely going to be used to take out a squad. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to get much damage with this. You can actually, you can actually explode your own ball. So what you need to do is you need to save this for healer ults. It is the one counter, one of the very few counters in this game to healer ults, and you need to use it. Healer ults for Luna, for Cloak and Dagger, for any of those types of healers, you can take them out and take their whole ult out of the equation with this ult. It is the one counter. It can win you so many games. So please, guys, make sure to save your ult for when you see other healer ults get popped. That'll be it for this one, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications so you get notified every single time I upload. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.